Have you ever felt like life was weighing you down? Like the pressures of work, painful memories from the past, or unfulfilled expectations are suffocating your inner peace? We may carry these burdens for a while, but eventually, they become too heavy, leaving us feeling like we can't move forward. Today, I want to share with you an important concept from Buddhist teachings, a way to free your mind and rediscover true peace: letting go. When we talk about letting go, you might think it means giving up or even admitting defeat. But in Buddhism, letting go doesn't mean abandoning responsibility or disregarding life's importance. It doesn't mean discarding what matters to you, but instead, it's about freeing your mind from attachments and suffering. The Buddha taught that suffering doesn't come from what happens to us but from how we cling to and react to it. By letting go, we aren't rejecting life, rather, we're embracing it with a lighter, clearer heart. Ask yourself, what is holding you back in life? Is it a painful memory you can't forget? Is it expectations you've set for yourself or others that haven't been met? Or maybe it's simply anxiety about the future, something uncertain and beyond your control. All of us carry these burdens in life, sometimes without even realizing it. But did you know that clinging to them is the root of suffering? Buddhism teaches that in order to let go, we first need to clearly recognize what is gripping our mind. Don't try to deny or push those feelings away. Instead, take a moment to sit with them, breathe deeply, and acknowledge their presence. When you accept the existence of pain or disappointment, you've taken an important first step toward liberation. Mindfulness is a powerful tool for this process. It not only helps you stay present but also allows you to identify thoughts and feelings that do not serve your peace. These could be negative thoughts, like blaming yourself or others, or regrets about the past. By practicing mindfulness, you can gradually free yourself from these burdens. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting or devaluing what you've been through. Instead, it's about approaching difficulties with compassion, for yourself and for those involved. How can you open your heart to welcome peace instead of letting pain cloud it? The journey of letting go is not something that happens overnight. It requires practice and patience. But as you take it step by step, you'll begin to feel a lightness and freedom in your soul. In the end, you'll realize that letting go is not a loss, but a gift you give to yourself, the gift of peace. 1. What does letting go mean? In Buddhist teachings, letting go is a core concept that signifies the liberation of the mind from attachments and suffering. Letting go does not mean abandoning responsibilities or avoiding challenges in life. Nor does it mean being indifferent or detached from what is happening around you. Instead, letting go is an active process of freeing oneself from the grip of greed, anger, and ignorance, known as desire, hatred, and delusion, or lobha, dosa, moha, which are the roots of suffering according to Buddhism. Letting go and liberation. The Buddha taught that suffering in life does not stem from external circumstances but from the way we cling to and react to them. For instance, when we face a significant loss, the pain doesn't only arise from the event itself but primarily from our inability to accept reality and our attachment to the past. Letting go is not about forgetting or trivializing what has happened, it is about recognizing that everything is impermanent, nothing lasts forever. When we understand this impermanence, letting go becomes more natural. This understanding not only liberates the mind but also brings a profound inner peace. Buddhist teaching, letting go of greed, hatred, and ignorance. According to Buddhist teachings, the root causes of suffering are greed, lobha, hatred, dosa, and ignorance, moha. Greed is the constant craving and desire for more. An insatiable hunger that brings discontent. Hatred is the anger and resentment that arises when our desires are unfulfilled. Ignorance is the lack of understanding that leads us to cling to illusions. Letting go of these three poisons is the path to liberation. The Buddha once said, "Letting go is not a loss but a liberation." When we let go of greed, our minds become lighter, no longer burdened by an endless craving for more. When we let go of hatred, resentment fades, bringing harmony within ourselves and with others. And when we let go of ignorance, clarity and wisdom guide us toward a harmonious life. A Buddhist story. 2 monks and the woman at the river. To illustrate the meaning of letting go, there's a well-known Buddhist story about 2 monks. 2 monks were traveling back to their monastery and came across a wide river. At the riverbank, they saw a young woman struggling, unsure of how to cross the strong current. The older monk offered to help and carried her across the river on his back. The woman thanked him and went on her way. For the rest of their journey, the younger monk was visibly upset. After hours of silence, he finally said, "Why did you carry that woman across the river? We're monks, we're not supposed to do things like that." The older monk calmly replied, "I put her down on the other side of the river hours ago. Why are you still carrying her in your mind?" This story emphasizes that holding on to the past, even seemingly virtuous actions, can become a burden if we don't let them go. The older monk exemplifies the essence of letting go, helping the woman without letting the action linger in his mind. In contrast, the younger monk's attachment to the event caused him unnecessary suffering. Letting go for inner peace. As the story suggests, letting go is not merely an outward action but an inner psychological process. When we release negative thoughts, resentments, and regrets, our minds become lighter and no longer tethered to uncontrollable circumstances. This does not mean neglecting life's responsibilities but approaching reality with greater clarity and tranquility. Letting go is an act of self-compassion and love. It allows us to fully live in the present moment, instead of being trapped in the past or anxious about the future. It is the path to freedom and peace, which the Buddha consistently emphasized in his teachings. Why is letting go important? Letting go is not just a lesson in Buddhist teachings but a practice that brings genuine peace and happiness. Our minds are often trapped by negative emotions such as anger, resentment, or anxiety about the future. These emotions not only harm our mental state but can also have serious consequences for our physical health. By letting go, we can release ourselves from emotional burdens and restore balance to our lives. Negative emotions and their impact on mind and body. According to Buddhist teachings, mental states like anger, dosa, resentment, and fear do more than just disrupt peace of mind, they are deep sources of suffering. Anger, for instance, is likened to holding a hot coal in your hand with the intention of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned first. Such emotions not only hurt the mind but also weaken the body. Modern medicine supports this understanding, showing how negative emotions like anger and resentment increase levels of stress hormones such as cortisol in the body. Prolonged stress can lead to health issues like high blood pressure, heart disease, weakened immunity, and even sleep disorders. The body suffers, and the mind becomes restless, creating a vicious cycle. The Buddha taught that holding on to negative emotions is like tying yourself to suffering. He said, "No enemy can harm you as much as your own untrained mind filled with anger and resentment. But a mind trained in compassion and wisdom can transform everything into peace." The science of letting go. One of the key concepts in Buddhist teachings is living in the present moment. The mind is often pulled in 2 directions. Either dwelling on regrets and anger about the past or worrying about uncertainties in the future. Both lead to unnecessary anxiety and stress. Modern research aligns with this perspective. Neuroscientists and psychologists have found that focusing on the present moment through mindfulness can significantly reduce stress and anxiety levels. When the mind no longer clings to negative emotions or uncontrollable situations, the nervous system relaxes, and the brain experiences profound calmness. For example, studies on mindfulness meditation have shown that this practice decreases activity in the amygdala, the part of the brain associated with emotions like fear and worry, and strengthens connections in our as of the brain responsible for self-control and awareness. This improves both mental and physical well-being. Visualizing the flow of emotions. Imagine your mind as a flowing river. Each negative emotion, anger, jealousy, resentment, is like a powerful wave, constantly crashing and stirring up the water. When we cling to these emotions, the river becomes uncontrollable. Like an endless storm. Letting go is like allowing the waves to dissipate naturally without trying to hold on to or fight them. The river calms, the water clears, and the mind becomes tranquil. The Buddha taught, let everything flow, as the river lets water move. Do not cling, for attachment only adds to suffering. To illustrate, picture a graph with two streams. One represents a chaotic stream of emotions when negative feelings dominate, while the other represents a serene stream when letting go is practiced. This difference highlights the transformative power of releasing emotional turmoil. The journey of letting go, an invitation to peace. So how do we begin the journey of letting go? The Buddha taught that the first step is mindfulness, becoming aware of and accepting emotions rather than avoiding or suppressing them. When we quietly observe our emotions without judgment, they lose their power to control us. Letting go is an act of compassion, not just for ourselves but for others as well. When we release resentment and anger, we not only free ourselves but also open the door to empathy and understanding. This creates a peaceful environment both within our minds and in the world around us. The Buddha once said, "What you cling to does not make you richer or stronger. It is by letting go that you truly find liberation. Only by learning to let go can you experience the profound peace that comes with freedom." 2. Why is letting go important? Letting go is not just a lesson in Buddhist teachings but a practice that brings genuine peace and happiness. Our minds are often trapped by negative emotions such as anger, resentment, or anxiety about the future. These emotions not only harm our mental state but can also have serious consequences for our physical health. By letting go, we can release ourselves from emotional burdens and restore balance to our lives. Negative emotions and their impact on mind and body. According to Buddhist teachings, mental states like anger, dosa, resentment, and fear do more than just disrupt peace of mind, they are deep sources of suffering. Anger, for instance, is likened to holding a hot coal in your hand with the intention of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned first. Such emotions not only hurt the mind but also weaken the body. Modern medicine supports this understanding, showing how negative emotions like anger and resentment increase levels of stress hormones such as cortisol in the body. Prolonged stress can lead to health issues like high blood pressure, heart disease, weakened immunity, and even sleep disorders. The body suffers, and the mind becomes restless, creating a vicious cycle. The Buddha taught that holding on to negative emotions is like tying yourself to suffering. He said, "No enemy can harm you as much as your own untrained mind filled with anger and resentment. But a mind trained in compassion and wisdom can transform everything into peace." The science of letting go. One of the key concepts in Buddhist teachings is living in the present moment. The mind is often pulled in two directions. Either dwelling on regrets and anger about the past or worrying about uncertainties in the future. Both lead to unnecessary anxiety and stress. Modern research aligns with this perspective. Neuroscientists and psychologists have found that focusing on the present moment through mindfulness can significantly reduce stress and anxiety levels. When the mind no longer clings to negative emotions or uncontrollable situations, the nervous system relaxes, and the brain experiences profound calmness. For example, studies on mindfulness meditation have shown that this practice decreases activity in the amygdala, the part of the brain associated with emotions like fear and worry, and strengthens connections in our as of the brain responsible for self-control and awareness. This improves both mental and physical well-being. Visualizing the flow of emotions. Imagine your mind as a flowing river. Each negative emotion, anger, jealousy, resentment, is like a powerful wave, constantly crashing and stirring up the water. When we cling to these emotions, the river becomes uncontrollable. Like an endless storm. Letting go is like allowing the waves to dissipate naturally without trying to hold on to or fight them. The river calms, the water clears, and the mind becomes tranquil. The Buddha taught, let everything flow, as the river lets water move. Do not cling, for attachment only adds to suffering. To illustrate, picture a graph with two streams. One represents a chaotic stream of emotions when negative feelings dominate, while the other represents a serene stream when letting go is practiced. This difference highlights the transformative power of releasing emotional turmoil. The journey of letting go, an invitation to peace. So how do we begin the journey of letting go? The Buddha taught that the first step is mindfulness, becoming aware of and accepting emotions rather than avoiding or suppressing them. When we quietly observe our emotions without judgment, they lose their power to control us. Letting go is an act of compassion, not just for ourselves but for others as well. When we release resentment and anger, we not only free ourselves but also open the door to empathy and understanding. This creates a peaceful environment both within our minds and in the world around us. The Buddha once said, "What you cling to does not make you richer or stronger. It is by letting go that you truly find liberation. Only by learning to let go can you experience the profound peace that comes with freedom." 3. Misunderstanding letting go. Letting go is a profound concept in Buddhist teachings, yet it is often misunderstood in ways that make people hesitant or avoid practicing it. In this section, we'll clarify common misconceptions and explore the true meaning of letting go, showing that it is an act of wisdom, love, and compassion. Misconception 1. Letting go means not caring. One of the biggest misunderstandings about letting go is the belief that it means giving up on everything, becoming detached from the world, or neglecting your responsibilities. Many people worry that by letting go, they will appear indifferent or lose the meaning in their relationships or obligations. However, in Buddhism, letting go is not about apathy or irresponsibility. Instead, it's a way to approach life with clarity and freedom. Letting go doesn't mean you stop caring, it means you stop clinging. When you let go of excessive attachment to outcomes or expectations, you can fully dedicate yourself to the present without being weighed down by worries or disappointments. The Buddha taught, let go of what no longer serves your peace. This doesn't imply abandoning everything, it's about creating healthy distance from what causes you suffering. For example, rather than allowing yourself to be consumed by negative emotions during a challenging situation at work, you can let go of the pressure by focusing on your efforts and accepting the outcome, whatever it may be. This clarity helps you stay committed and balanced. Misconception 2, letting go means life loses meaning. Some fear that if they truly let go, life will feel empty, with nothing left to strive for or desire. This confusion arises from conflating letting go with giving up. For those who believe that happiness comes only from achieving or possessing something, the concept of letting go can feel daunting. In reality, letting go doesn't diminish the meaning of life, it helps you discover its true essence. When you cling to things that don't serve you, such as perfectionism, unrealistic expectations, or even negative emotions, you trap yourself in a cycle of suffering and stress. Letting go frees you from this cycle, allowing you to see life more clearly and fully. Consider this analogy. Imagine holding a handful of sand. The tighter you grip it, the more sand slips through your fingers, leaving you with nothing. But if you open your hand and hold the sand gently, you retain more of it. Similarly, letting go doesn't mean losing the values or joys in life, it enables you to hold on to them more lightly and appreciate them deeply. Letting go helps us face reality with clarity. The biggest difference between letting go as taught in Buddhism and the common misconceptions lies in its mindful approach. Letting go is not about turning away from reality but learning to face it with greater clarity. In life, we often get trapped in the past or worry about the future. We hold on to things we cannot change or try to control what's beyond our power. This attachment becomes the root of suffering. Letting go isn't about forgetting, it's about accepting reality as it is, rather than resisting it. The Buddha shared a parable about a man struck by a poisoned arrow. Instead of focusing on removing the arrow and healing, the man insists on asking who shot the arrow, what material it's made of, and why he was targeted. In seeking unnecessary answers, he moves closer to death. The lesson here is clear: rather than clinging to or resisting the situation, we should focus on addressing it with wisdom and practicality. When we let go, our minds become clear, and we can approach life's challenges with objectivity. No longer controlled by negative emotions or unnecessary pressures, we make better decisions and lead more meaningful lives. Letting go is neither a form of giving up nor apathy. It is an act of deep wisdom and compassion. It helps us break free from common misconceptions, gain clarity about life's true nature, and find inner freedom. By letting go, you not only liberate yourself from suffering but also open the door to a life filled with peace, purpose, and true fulfillment. I hope this helps clarify the concept of letting go in a way that resonates with you. Let me know if there's anything you'd like to expand further. How to practice letting go. Letting go may seem challenging at first, but it's a transformative practice rooted in Buddhist teachings that can free your mind from emotional burdens. Here are 3 practical and approachable methods that you can begin using today to invite peace and freedom into your life. Method 1: Mindfulness. Mindfulness is the foundation of letting go. It involves focusing on the present moment, recognizing what is happening within and around you, and accepting it without judgment. Instead of trying to change, deny, or fight your experiences, mindfulness teaches you to observe them with clarity and compassion. Imagine holding a tightly clenched fist. The tension you feel mirrors the mental strain of clinging to emotions or situations. Now, as you slowly open your hand, notice the relief and ease that follow. This is what mindfulness does for your mind. It helps you release unnecessary tension and see things as they are. Here's a quick mindfulness exercise for letting go. Find a quiet space and sit comfortably. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in, noticing the sensation of the air filling your lungs. As you exhale, quietly say to yourself, breathing in, I feel peace. Breathing out, I let go. Repeat this for a few minutes, letting your breath anchor you in the present moment. Through mindfulness, you'll gradually learn to let emotions like anger, resentment, or worry pass by like clouds in the sky, observing them without holding on. Method 2: Journaling. Sometimes, the emotions we hold inside feel overwhelming simply because we haven't given them an outlet. Writing them down can be a powerful way to release negativity and understand ourselves better. Journaling allows you to bring your thoughts and feelings into the open where you can process them constructively. Begin by setting aside a few moments each day or whenever you feel overwhelmed. Grab a notebook or a piece of paper, and try the following prompts. What emotions am I holding on to right now? What are the thoughts that make me feel stuck? What would my life feel like if I let go of these emotions or situations? As you write, let your thoughts flow freely without worrying about structure or grammar. The act of writing itself is what matters, as it gives you a safe space to express and release what's on your mind. If there's something specific that you're struggling to let go of, you might even write a letter, that you don't intend to send, to the person or situation involved. Pour your emotions into the letter, then, if you wish, ceremonially discard it as a symbolic act of release. Journaling not only helps you let go of negative feelings but also fosters gratitude and clarity. Over time, you may notice patterns in your emotions and gain insights into what truly matters. Method 3: Loving-kindness meditation. Buddhist teachings emphasize the importance of compassion, not just for others but also for yourself. Loving-kindness meditation, metta meditation, is a practice that cultivates this sense of compassion and helps you let go of anger, resentment, and self-criticism. Here's how to practice loving-kindness meditation. Find a comfortable sitting position and close your eyes. Take a deep breath and center yourself in the present. Begin by focusing on yourself. Silently repeat phrases like, "May I be happy. May I be free from suffering. May I find peace." Allow yourself to feel the warmth of these intentions. Gradually expand your focus to include others. Start with someone you care about deeply, repeating, "May they be happy. May they be free from suffering. May they find peace." Then think of someone you feel neutral about, e.g., an acquaintance, and extend the same wishes to them. Finally, bring to mind someone with whom you've had conflicts or difficulties. This step may feel challenging, but it's an essential part of letting go. With compassion in your heart, silently repeat, "May they be happy. May they be free from suffering. May they find peace." End the meditation by sending loving kindness to all beings. May all beings be happy. May all beings be free from suffering. May all beings find peace. This practice doesn't mean excusing hurtful behavior but instead releasing the negative energy it holds over you. By sending loving kindness, you free your heart from resentment and open yourself to healing and forgiveness. Bringing it all together. Practicing letting go is not something that happens overnight, it's a journey of self-awareness, patience, and growth. Mindfulness helps you ground yourself in the present and observe your emotions without attachment. Journaling provides a safe space to process and release feelings. Loving-kindness meditation nurtures compassion, allowing you to let go of anger and resentment in a way that fosters peace. Through these practices, you'll begin to notice a sense of lightness, clarity, and freedom in your life. Letting go isn't about forgetting or giving up, it's about creating space for peace, joy, and what truly matters to shine. Take your time, be gentle with yourself. And remember that each small step is a powerful act of liberation. May your journey of letting go bring you the profound peace that you deserve. 5. How to sustain the practice of letting go. Letting go is not just a one-time act, it's a lifelong journey that requires continuous mindfulness and dedication. Just like learning a new skill, maintaining the habit of letting go takes practice, patience, and support. Here, inspired by Buddhist teachings, are practical and accessible ways to make letting go a sustainable part of your daily life. 1. Meditate daily. Even for just 5 minutes. Meditation is one of the most effective ways to cultivate and sustain the habit of letting go. By setting aside even a small amount of time each day to meditate, you train your mind to stay present and release attachments to thoughts, emotions, and expectations. The beauty of meditation lies in its simplicity. You don't need a fancy setup or hours of uninterrupted time. A quiet corner and 5 minutes of your day are enough to make a difference. Here's a simple meditation practice to get started. 1. Find a quiet space, sit comfortably, either on a chair or the floor, with your back straight but relaxed. 2. Focus on your breath. Close your eyes and bring your attention to the sensation of your breath entering and leaving your body. Notice the rhythm without trying to control it. 3. Introduce a mantra as you inhale. Silently say, "I am at peace." As you exhale, say, "I let go." 4. Let thoughts pass by. If your mind starts to wander, gently bring your focus back to your breath and the mantra. Imagine your thoughts as clouds drifting by, they come and go without you holding on to them. A short daily meditation like this can act as a reset for your mind, helping you let go of lingering stress or attachments and inviting peace into your day. Over time, you'll notice that your ability to release negative emotions and thoughts improves, even in challenging moments. 2. Ask yourself, will this matter in 5 years? Our minds often magnify problems, making them seem more significant than they truly are. This habit of overthinking can lead to unnecessary stress and prevent us from letting go of trivial matters. A powerful question to reframe your perspective is, will this matter in 5 years? For example, if someone cuts you off in traffic, instead of holding on to anger, ask yourself, will I remember this 5 years from now? If a project at work doesn't go as planned, consider, will this mistake still affect my life 5 years down the road? Most of the time, the answer will be no. Realizing this helps you put things into perspective and release the emotional weight they carry. Buddhist teachings often remind us of the impermanence of all things. Both good and bad experiences will eventually pass. By focusing on what truly matters in the long run, this practice not only reduces stress but also helps you cultivate a mindset of gratitude and clarity. You begin to value the present moment and the bigger picture, rather than getting caught up in fleeting frustrations. 3. Find a supportive community or group. Letting go can sometimes feel like a solitary journey, but it doesn't have to be. Finding a supportive community of like-minded individuals can make all the difference. In Buddhism, the concept of the Sangha, a community of practitioners, plays a crucial role in fostering growth and resilience on the spiritual path. You can look for meditation groups. Many local or online groups meet regularly to practice mindfulness and discuss teachings on letting go. Supportive friends or family, share your journey with those you trust. Having someone to talk to about your experiences can provide encouragement and fresh perspectives. Online forums or apps if in-person groups are not an option. There are countless online communities where people share their struggles and successes with letting go. Being part of a community reminds you that you're not alone in this journey. You can learn from others' experiences, draw inspiration from their progress, and receive support when you face challenges. It's also a beautiful way to practice compassion, not just for yourself but for others walking the same path. 4. Embrace imperfection. A key aspect of sustaining the practice of letting go is embracing imperfection. You won't always get it right, and that's okay. There will be days when letting go feels effortless and days when it feels nearly impossible. What matters is showing up and trying. Buddhism teaches us to approach life with compassion, both for ourselves and for those around us. Instead of judging yourself harshly when you struggle, remind yourself that growth takes time. Each small step forward is a victory, and setbacks are simply part of the process. Letting go is a skill, and like any skill, it improves with practice. Celebrate the moments when you successfully release something that no longer serves you, and view the moments of struggle as opportunities to learn. 5. Revisit your why. Finally, to sustain the practice of letting go, remind yourself of why you're doing it. What motivated you to start this journey? Was it the desire for inner peace, freedom from stress, or a deeper connection with the present moment? Revisiting your why can reignite your commitment and keep you moving forward. Consider keeping a journal where you reflect on your journey. Write down the times when letting go brought you relief or joy. These reflections can serve as a source of encouragement during moments of doubt or difficulty. Bringing it all together. Sustaining the habit of letting go is about integrating small, consistent practices into your daily life. Through meditation, you can cultivate mindfulness and release attachments in the moment. By asking yourself reflective questions, you gain perspective and let go of what truly doesn't matter. A supportive community keeps you inspired and grounded, while embracing imperfection reminds you to be kind to yourself along the way. Letting go is not about perfection, it's about progress. Each breath, each step, and each moment of release brings you closer to the inner peace you seek. Trust the process, and know that with time, you'll find freedom not just in moments of letting go but in the life you create through it. What are you ready to let go of today to find peace? Take a moment to reflect on this question. Is it a lingering regret from the past? A fear of the future? Or perhaps a resentment, disappointment? Or expectation that no longer serves your well-being? Letting go doesn't mean forgetting or giving up, it means freeing your heart from what weighs it down. Every one of us carries something that keeps us from experiencing the inner calm we deserve. By identifying and releasing that burden, even just a little, we take a step toward a life of clarity and harmony. We'd love to hear your thoughts or experiences. What does letting go mean to you? Share your story or reflection in the comments below. Your words may inspire and support others on their journey toward peace. Let's create a space where we can all learn, grow, and find freedom together. Conclusion. The journey of letting go is deeply personal, and it's not always an easy one. Each of us carries our own burdens, regrets from the past, fears about the future, or attachments to things we can't control. But what's most important to remember is this: every small step you take toward letting go brings lightness to your heart and peace to your soul. Letting go is a process, not a destination, and with each effort, no matter how small, you're choosing freedom over suffering. As you reflect on this message, consider how letting go can open the door to new possibilities. Imagine the weight lifting off your shoulders as you release something that no longer serves you. It's not about losing, it's about gaining clarity, balance, and the ability to live more fully in the present moment. If this video has touched you or inspired you in any way, I encourage you to share it with your loved ones. Let's spread this wisdom and create a ripple effect of peace and understanding. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you can join us on future journeys into mindfulness, compassion, and inner peace. Your support means so much, and it allows us to continue creating meaningful content for you. I'd like to leave you with a powerful quote from Buddhist teachings that encapsulates everything we've talked about today. Letting go is not a loss but a liberation. So, what will you choose to let go of today in pursuit of your own liberation? Thank you for being here, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.